So a few injuries that popped up there. Tyreek had a hip, Hippolyte had a shoulder, and then Dom Robinson is in concussion protocol. So we'll see how those things trend here this week and whether we'll have them for the next game or not. But really proud of the guys. Thought they did a phenomenal job just responding. I knew we were decimated in certain areas, and yet it's easy the easy thing is to say, woe is me, and our guys didn't do that. They just stepped up and kept battling through. It happens to most teams each season too, where your depth gets tested, and it just so happens it was this week for us. And so, can't say enough good things about the linebackers that stepped up in that game. D-Jack was our starting Mike, and he called that game. He was the green dot, and I thought he did a great job. We thought Ruben was going to be our will linebacker, and he goes down with the injury early in the game, and Amon comes in, and he doesn't miss a beat for a guy that really hasn't played a whole lot of football this year. So that was so encouraging to see. McLeod takes Tyreek's spot on the outside, and he's out there competing just like he has all year long. On the offensive side, we got, Theo's down, and Ozzie steps up at left tackle, and then Jonah goes down for a little bit, and Luke Newman gets thrown in there at guard. And so that was the type of game it was, and I just think that's the type of guys that we have, the caliber of people that we have. They just keep fighting away and keep plugging away. So it was great to get number 8, and they'll enjoy it here tonight, and tomorrow we'll be in the building on a short week getting ready for the next game. So go ahead and open up from there.
With that injury, with all the injuries that are happening to your team, it seems natural for someone to have low morale after that. What is your message, or what was your message to your team to fight through all of that?
Well, this is every team. This is the NFL. So this is what happens when you play a 17-game season. And it just so happened, back half of the season's when it caught up to us a little bit. And, we'll get some of the reinforcements back at some point. But until then, we got to hold down the fort, and so that's what we'll do. And these guys are going to go out and compete. This is what we've been practicing for, what we've been training for all along. The coaching staff has known this. All of our practice squad players, they know it's highly likely that they'll get called upon at some point. And it's just I can't say enough good things about the guys that stepped up today to help us win that ball game.
And what did you make of Killen's performance?
Once again, I got to go look at that tape, but. 31 points on offense, and that's always a good thing when you get over 30. So, from my perspective, we probably had a couple that we let get away from us, but that's I don't know many quarterbacks that do play a perfect game.
When you're 3rd and 8, you take the delay. What happened?
We just didn't get it off in time, and in the fourth quarter, those guys know I'm not going to call my timeouts because we're going to need those later on.
Let's talk about complementary football. I think the offense scored touchdowns both times after the takeaways. What impressed you about that?
Say it again.
The defense got the takeaways, and the offense turned them into touchdowns.
Yeah, it's something that we'd love to do. I mean, we've had so many takeaways this year. Our defense just, is part of their calling card. And so we've done a solid job of capitalizing on that. I think we're 2nd in the league in points off turnovers. And so we really needed that there today. You certainly felt it, with Shawnee's interception there on the sideline. The whole sideline kind of ignited, gave us a spark, and offense was able to capitalize on that and score our first touchdown of the game. So it's good to see that complementary football, and we're going to need more of that here going forward.
And what's it like on the sideline and maybe during the week, just kind of keeping track of all the guys who are down and, and kind of what does it say about DA about kind of how everything came together today?
Yeah, no, I think you can't understate the importance of these guys. I'm talking about the coaching staff. That's all 3 phases. They do a phenomenal job of piecing this thing together. We meet early in the week and we kind of forecast how we think it's going to go, and then the week of practice kind of dictates who's going to be up and who's going to be down to a degree. But each week's a little bit different story, and like I said, you got different guys stepping up and answering that bell, and that's why the week of preparation is so important for us too. These young players, they get a chance to instill confidence in the coaching staff and find a role and a niche when there's an opportunity available. So it was good.
Again, for just a housekeeping thing, Tremaine, do you expect him back this year?
Who? Tremaine? I think so, yeah.
The touchdown to DJ on the free play.
Yeah.
What do you like about just the recognition of how Karen Caleb and DJ?
Yeah, it was something that we thought we might be able to get them to jump off sides. It's such a good pass rushing group. We were trying to find ways to slow them down a little bit, and that was an opportunity for us to work our cadence. And I thought the execution of it was really well done. It's something we've been working on since the springtime through training camp, and everybody on offense has slowly but surely gotten better at that. And so, great job by Drew pulling the trigger, seeing it out of his periph, and then Caleb finding the open receiver. It's really well done.
You guys found out that Rodgers wasn't going to play. What's the message to the team 2 hours before?
Nothing. We just keep playing. Yep. Doesn't matter who's out there.
What's the feedback to Caleb after the strip sack?
Just hold on to the ball. Yeah. We know how important these turnovers are. We can't have them. They're not okay. So we're well aware of that.
With this,
You got it. Yeah, you got it, Pat.
you've got a really quick turnaround here. What is your focus in the next couple of days? Do you turn the page tonight and go on to Philly, or how did your routine change in this?
Well, I mean, it's something we've been mindful of the moment the schedule came out, and so our coaches, I know our defensive coaches were certainly in the office a little bit later towards the end of the week there, getting ahead. We'll have some coaches going to the office after the game here tonight, and then, tomorrow it's going to be full steam ahead. So we actually get an extra day. Normally you go Sunday to Thursday at least once a year, so Sunday to Friday is actually going to be pretty nice.
What impressed you about Montez's performance today, especially?
I mean, he's been heating up since the bye week, Tez has, and you've just felt it each week. He seems to impact the game a little bit more each week, and so I think he had 2, is that right? And had a chance for a third, it felt like, out there from my count, but it's good to see that come on just like that. I feel him, I feel Grady, I feel Book, I feel all those guys, and it's whenever we get that 2-score lead there, that's when it certainly starts playing in our favor a little bit more as well.
Did something unlock, as you mentioned the vibe? Was it something that you guys sat down and figured out, or is it just a function of he's just been?
No, I think he's capitalizing on those opportunities, but I mean, he's been a good player for a long time, so it's just it's been really good to see, though.
We talked during the week, about the middle eight. What did you like about, especially the way you guys came out of the half, and Caleb, I think 5 for 5 on that drive, just in terms of responding to halftime in the first half?
Yeah, did a nice job there before halftime, getting the field goal. Could have had a little bit cleaner operation just as a whole unit there throughout that, but we were able to get the 3, and then defense came and got us a stop to start the second half, and offense did a nice job piggybacking on it. You kind of I just feel the flow of the game sometimes. I think Jeff Joniak just told me there's 18 straight passes. I don't think of those things in the moment. I just kind of, what do I feel like is going to work best next? But I thought Caleb did a nice job there in that middle eight of finding some completions for us. Thank you.